Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, Elder Bishop of the Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you, fellow brothers, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shivachnak, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Kwadash. And what I have here is a video from Commodity Culture, a channel I recently stumbled upon. Actually, pretty good content. He brings on a lot of experts in their field of economics and trade and because global economy, trade is like the lifeblood. Things are going on, you know, uh, behind the scenes, different trade agreements, um, different political things that affect the price of gold, the price of oil. So this is a pretty good channel. They have a guest, Simon Hunt. I want you to listen. I want to play a little excerpt from it's maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but there was a point here, speaking to a Cyberattack, and then bringing in CBDCs. So I'm gonna call this one. We'll see how it goes. Will the cyber attack be the excuse, or will the cyber attack bring in the CBDCs? Because we know the wicked elite need an excuse. And then I have another video, maybe one or two more videos, but there's another video that there was an actual cyber attack. I was going to do a lesson on it. I ended up not doing a lesson on it like 2-3 days ago. There was a cyber attack at a bank out here in the West, in the Bay Area, that pretty much locked customers out of being able to do certain banking activities. So let me play this.
It's Simon Hunt. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Well, I want to get started with a broad overview from your perspective of the global economy and financial markets. You could take this any direction you want to go, geopolitics.
I'm gonna speed it up.
What are the main themes and trends you're watching right now that you think more investors should be paying attention to?
Big question, and probably the most important one. I think there are two themes we need to be watching very carefully. The first is,
and you can see that he's not in America. Okay, he's in Dubai. Because if you're smart, you wouldn't. The smart individuals, okay, that follow the money, that understand trends, they're not in America. Okay.
that America and most of the rest of the world will be in recession in the second half of this year. The second is that there's the probability that wars in Europe will escalate, wars in the Middle East will escalate, that there is a risk, and I emphasize risk, that a cyber attack.
Well, and I want to chime in, excuse me. We know that wars are going to escalate ultimately into the world to end all wars. Okay, World War III, which Yahushai is coming back. So he's correct. Could he be an insider? Let's run it back a little bit.
Wars in the Middle East will escalate, that there is a risk, and I emphasize risk, that a cyber attack will shut down bank computers and possibly also airline and electricity grid computers. The cyber attack could actually be undertaken by the G7 countries' intelligence services, obviously to accuse Russia for doing it, with the objective of when the system is reopened, that they introduce central bank digital currencies.
They just had a movie. They just had a movie on that. Was it Netflix or one of them? I didn't finish it, but it was going into the cyber attack here in America, shutting down things, and who were implicated in Iran and these other countries. All right, so he's saying that more than likely there's going to be a cyber attack in the United States, the G7 countries, which is basically the West. Okay, MI6, MI5, the CIA. You already know Israeli intelligence is going to be part of that. Okay, and then they're going to blame Russia to forward this war with Russia. Okay, because remember, Russia, China, all these BRICS nations, they're backing out of the SWIFT system, and they're doing their own thing. But ultimately, it's a plan to bring you into. He's going to go into it. He's going to go. I'm jumping the gun. He has to be an insider. Let's rewind it.
Be undertaken by the G7 countries' intelligence services, obviously to accuse Russia for doing it, with the objective of when the system is reopened, that they introduce central bank digital currencies.
Boom. There you go. We'll play a little bit more here, but let me go to this here.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario.
This is July 8th, 2020.
Of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The
Transportation, just like the individual said, is going to shut down the electrical grid. It's going to shut down the airplanes. You have the public transit, the BART. So people are on these different railway systems that are dug under the ground. They're going to be stuck. There's going to be evacuations. Certain people are going to possibly die. Hospitals, people are going to die in hospitals. It's going to be big. Rewind it a little bit more back.
To the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
See, a major cyber attack.
Use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity.
Yeah, that was pretty much, it was part of their agenda. It was basically a test run. The big one of the big ones is going to be, the cyber scamdemic. It's actually called the cyber pandemic. Me and Elder Quanawab, we did a lesson on it back in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Let me show you the recent video here. Now, this is the recent video. I'm gonna speed it up. I don't want to be here too long. It's a recent video that just happened two days ago. The credit union got hit with a ransomware attack. And a ransomware attack, which I know a little bit about cybersecurity, a ransomware attack is when an attacker comes in and takes over your system and then puts up a ransom, mainly in the form of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, in order for you to, they pretty much encrypt your system. So encryption is like a high level algorithm in which you're not able to read that information. So you might have access to the information, but it's encrypted. It's basically in a vault, if you will. And there has to be a passcode. There's a passcode that you have to put in, basically. And that passcode is super intricate. So you just can't guess the password. Neither could you do like what they are called like a brute force attack. So these algorithms are highly intricate. So it's damn near impossible to get it back online. Now there's certain precautions that IT businesses have to take to to store their data. It's something called a hot site. A hot site. You got a hot site, a cold site, a warm site, in which you back up your data in a hot site. You can basically bring everything back on the system. Okay, within the next couple of hours. A warm site, it'll probably take a couple of weeks. In a cold site, this is for backup data. But a lot of companies don't have this capability. That's a lot of that's a lot of money. So they target these places which they take over the system, and it's like, hey, look, you need to pay us $5 million if you want this back up. And this is going to cost you. This costs companies hundreds of millions of billions of dollars a year ransomware attacks. Okay.
Imagine what a nightmare it would be to not have access to money in our bank accounts. That's exactly what happened to many members at Patelco Bank right now, and it isn't over yet. The Dublin-based bank was hit by a ransomware attack over the weekend, and services are still down. Seven on Your Side has been digging into this issue, and as ABC 7 News reporter J.R. Stone explains, getting service back up and running is not a quick process.
Patelco Credit Union bank members walking out and left wondering when they'll be able to access all of their funds. The bank was the victim of a ransomware attack, according to a representative.
I'm scared. I'm afraid it's going to go belly up.
I haven't had access to any of my accounts within Patelco.
A bank spokesperson says they are working with...
Now just think of this happening nationwide. Okay, just think of this happening nationwide. The implications to this, everything's going to stop. Well, they're going to have to come in. The government is going to have to come in. It's going to seize everything. It's going to bring things back on the system. There's going to be so much chaos. But when they bring it back on, the excuse will now be, since this caused so much tragedy, that we are going to have to go digital. Okay, we're going to go digital. We're going to be able to control the money, so they're not going to be able to attack us. We'll be able to give you money straight to your accounts, and this is what they're going to do. They're going to turn it back on, since you got to pay bills. The universal basic income is going to come in. It's going to cost. Just go back. You watch the video with Mr. Swappy. He said, "Hey, the C19 that is a small interruption. That was nothing." Okay, the cyber attack. Could this be the excuse to bring in the central bank digital currencies, the digital money, which is going to be one step closer to the mandatory implementation of the CHIP, which is the MOTB, the market of Revelation 13:16 on down. Let's go back here. I'll probably leave you with a scripture.
What does this mean for markets? First of all, markets have been assuming that everything is hunky-dory in the world, that evaluations are being priced for a stable world, and that a shock will come unexpectedly to most market participants. So that we will see by the end of this year or early next year, to take the S&P as an example, a 40-odd%.
And that's pretty much it. It's actually a pretty good video. I probably got like 15 minutes in, close to 10, 15 minutes in. He's going in. He understands, basically what's coming. Okay, he's not in America. Okay, which smart people are not in America. Let me go to, what is that? Ecclesiastes 12. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come nigh. And that's going to be a very evil day. The C19, that was nothing. That wasn't. People were more so bugging out than anything. Okay, it was pretty much. It was chaos. Okay, you saw how confused the people were, but just think, when no services are there is no electricity. So how is food going to be able to come? I mean, that's going to be crazy. Okay, you're gonna have riots. You're gonna have, they're gonna have to bring in the martial law for sure. Okay, when the lights go out, say everything goes out for 2 weeks. The earth stops for like 2 weeks. Until they able to bring it on slowly. This service is brought on slowly. Give me a second. He gotta be spraying something in the air, man. I'm gonna have a little runny nose, like just congested for like 2 days. Nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. He like a keeper. This guy is like a keeper of the house that understands global economics. Okay, to the upkeep of the house. Okay, interest rates and bonds and this and that. Okay, markets, understanding of markets. They look at global trends. They say these wars are going to escalate. He starts to go into how there's going to be food shortages because of the escalation of wars, because of cyber attacks. Because the cyber attack is in the realm of warfare, and it can do more damage than in a lot of cases. Boots on the ground. Now, of course, you bombing people that you could destroy infrastructure and stuff like that. But a cyber attack, a comprehensive cyber attack, that they're gonna blame on state actors. Okay, actual rogue governments. Could be Russia, could be China. Oh, since Russia is losing the war, Russia and Iran, they're losing the war, so they did a comprehensive cyber attack, and they shut down, and it's probably going to go like this. A major city is going to go out, and it's going to go out, and then another city is going to go out. There's going to be panic, and then another state is going to go out. Another city is going to go out. It's going to go like city by city. It's going to be like a plague. You might have certain services and certain towns or whatever it may be. It might be limited, but for the most part, things are going to go down to social media. It's going to be limited social media because most of it is going to be down. Okay, so there's going to be some it's going to be crazy, man. You're going to have crime. It's going to be going up. A lot of women going to be getting raped. A lot of domestic violence. A lot of people going crazy. Children starving, men and women starving. Crime. Okay, this is the evil day. He's speaking to it. He's not in America. He's in Dubai, and he was saying that there's even little shortages here and there that are within these different markets because of these wars, because of what's getting ready to come next. Okay, so he's like a keeper. Let's look at this word keeper. Because America is a house. So they're going to tremble because they're like, damn. Where is that at? Shamar, yeah, watcher. That word shamar. Right, have charge of. So people that have charge over the government. Okay. To restrain, to treasure up. To be kept, to be guarded, right? So you have people that guard the government. Government is as a house. You have something called continuity of government. But they have they're preparing for this. So you're gonna have these federal and state agencies that are pretty much they have certain procedures and protocols. Okay, for events like this. Okay, and you're gonna have that Cbdc that's gonna be already tested. They already have it set up. That's gonna be the perfect excuse to roll it out. And this is what this individual, this gentleman, Simon Hunt, this is what he's talking about. Okay, and it's gonna be a lot worse than what people. They're just talking about it. These individuals are going to actually tremble. Okay, because it's going to get even more draconian when the government. That's a perfect excuse for E to come down. Let me get that. I'm gonna finish this, but I'm gonna get Revelation 12. This is all part of it. He's wrapping things up, and he's speaking to this thing happening. Super quick. It's probably going to happen during the Trump administration or going into the Trump administration. We'll see. We'll see how the Most High, he can do something completely different. Right? But we do know that the Lord, he's going to allow the system to, or allow the change to the CBDC system. That's the precursor. The MOTB can't come without it. Without that digital infrastructure set up. Okay. In a day when the keepers of the house shall tremble and the strong men bow themselves, you're gonna have individuals, the strong monetarily and militarily. They're gonna bow themselves. They're gonna forborn because that's gonna bring you into direct war with Russia because they have to blame somebody. Okay. And that could be Russia, China, they can all use that. These other nations could all use that to their advantage to, pretty much pretty much the scriptures talk about fanners. The Most High is going to send fanners to help the destruction. Ultimately, when the missiles come, but those fanners to do what? To bring more fuel to the fire. This will be their perfect opportunity to back away from America. Okay, and the grinders cease. See, grinding is going to cease because they are few. You're going to be drawn into these wars. Your men are going to be dying in these wars. Okay, the comprehensive cyber attack is going to stop grinding. All right, because you need how you going to get gas, fuel. So fuel is going to be rationed. Okay, food is going to be rationed. Are you going to be thrown into a wartime economy? Okay, homelessness is going to get out of control. All right, and you're going to be dealing with digital money. Now, there's going to be a window in which you can still use cash. You're going to have commodities. Gold is going to go up $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Silver. Okay, people going to be really bugging the hell out, man. The Israelite group's going to be bugging the hell out. But then they're going to bring in the new system, which is going to bring in some level of control. All right, and then they're going to speak to there's more of a need for this technology to go under your skin. This is where we're going, whether you like it, believe it or not. Okay. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up. I skipped the verse. It says, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. You're gonna have the black woman, she gonna be bugging the hell out. This is pretty much gonna be in the time of Jacob Trouble. Jacob Trouble is gonna be here a lot sooner than than these people, or a lot sooner than when we think. We know that it can be tomorrow. Was Jacob's trouble is the precursor to the salvation. We need Jacob's trouble. So we actually need these things, all these rumors that have these wars or rumors of wars. We were told that these things was going to happen. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. It goes into music. Revelation 12. I'm gonna close it there. No need. I didn't want this to be too long. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Right. This. When we hear stuff like this, it invigorates us. Even though it's going to be a test, it's going to be rough. We actually need this to enter into the kingdom. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Okay, woe. Meaning the people of the earth. Okay, the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, the people. Okay, woe. Why? For the devil. Who's the devil? It's come down unto you. And the Christians, they can't answer this. Having great wrath. So how is the devil? Is the devil from hell? He's going to come from hell with a pitchfork or a trident. He's going to come with a trident, poke you in the ass. With great, that's the wrath. Nah. This is talking about the beast, which are the biblical Edomites. Just as he said, he pretty much implicated beast, the G7, which are these, America, France, Germany, the UK, pretty much the beast. Okay. pretty much conspiring to do this cyber attack, to blame it on Russia. Okay, and this is all part. The elites are funding both sides to bring everybody into a digital system. Excuse me. One ruler to rule them all. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Right, because you have the American Empire dying. And I was watching I think I was watching another video going into that. Yeah, right here. This is a good video as well, right here. Western Empire facing same collapse as Rome in its final days. Martin Armstrong, another individual. So he brings on, you got Lynette Zhang. He brings on economists, people that understand geopolitics, that are experts, individuals that are experts in their field. Okay, and they're likening this collapse that they're seeing, that we're going through, as the same collapse as the Roman Empire, because this is modern Rome. Okay, this is the beast. The beast, you have the beast and the horde, which represented modern Rome, which it speaks to that in the Revelation, the dragon, which is synonymous with the beast. So I'm gonna close it there until next time. Shalom to the elect. This place is done.